Wow, I'm live, it says. Hello, everyone. I'm Tori Rarick. I'm an Oracle artist and spiritual guide. And I'm creator of Follow Your Heart Oracle deck, which is the deck we have with us today. I actually brought a couple more. I have a couple things with me because divination isn't the only thing I'm interested in, or rather, Oracle isn't the only form of divination that I'm interested in. I love all things mysticism, so I welcome all mystics to the chat. I have some goodies. Would love to know who's here with me today and what y'all have been up to for the last month. This is our second installment of this series. I really, truly hope to keep this consistent and keep connecting with y'all every month. So, how has it been since the last month? Our spread was collectively around unity, the unity card, the warrior card, and the sit with shadows card, which have symbolism of crystal, shield, and spider. And honestly, just this morning, I put it together kind of backwards. And I feel like the last month for me, which held Samhain, I was physically ill. I've done like literally a 360 in my relationships and ways of relating to things. And I kind of worked that spread backwards of connecting with the spider because that's one of my familiars, one of my favorite animal spirits. And the spider's reminding me to maintain my web, maintain these connections, but in a way that's self-preserving. And from that self-preservation, I can do it for the whole, do it for the collective, do it for all. So, hey everyone, would love to hear who's in the chat today. Would love to hear how, if you have any insights from the last month, if you were here last month and what unfolded for you. I have a big celebration. If you're not already in tune with the other channels that I have been sharing this on, my deck, Follow Your Heart Oracle, turned 5. I'm very proud. So it was this time in the last 5 years where I was pregnant with my daughter, Daphne, sitting, painting, putting the deck together. I have a behind the scenes video about it on YouTube actually, but I'm very proud of it. And I'm honored that it's a part of so many people's rituals and ceremonies and that it just keeps on giving. It just is prolific. And thanks to Mother Cannabis because she was a big inspiration and guide for putting the deck together. So I'm celebrating that. Laura's in the chat. Hello. Oh my gosh, this is so sweet. Good day, everyone. Happy Friday. And then I have another deck because I've been reflecting on this deck, knowing that it was a lot of people's first decks. I am asking the question to you and also answering what was your first deck? So my first deck ever is this. Okay, that's not true. I could step away from this conversation, but I'm going to stay focused. And this is, yay, Julia, good morning. Rumi Oracle. You cannot see it anymore because it's so faded, and I've taken this to all forms of water, mostly my baths, but definitely the river as well. And this is by Alana Fairchild, and it's an invitation to into the heart of the divine. And it was just, I bought it off Amazon. I was just called to it. I can't remember why, but it has so many notes. It's been highlighted so many times. And I truly, in the line of talking about divination and devotion and mysticism, like Rumi through Alana Fairchild, what is that teacher for me? And I just feel so touched and like intimate with Rumi, a poet from centuries ago, when I connect to this deck. So because of the power of this deck, it's part of my inspiration to create my own. And I'm just honored that my deck is possibly that type of experience for other people. So I wanted to bring that up. Would love to hear what your first decks were. Okay, Mel. Good morning. So glad you're back. Happy to be here. My first deck was the Wild Unknown Archetype by Kim Krantz. I'm sorry I'm shouting. I'm getting excited because that deck is amazing. And it, how did I even become to have that? I'm not a person that has like a crazy amount of decks. I have a couple select decks. But that deck specifically, I had set out to create my deck maybe early in the year. And then it fell by the wayside because it's a big undertaking, right? And I kind of fell off and I was pregnant and I was like, it'll happen when it happens. But when I saw her wild unknown archetypes at someone else's house, I was kind of having a baby moon with my husband at this mountain house. And once I saw the deck and I saw that art and I had that experience, I was like, I have to see this through my man, because what an incredible experience. I just wanted to be able to provide that and create my own experience. So that was integral in my creation as well. So shout out to Wild Unknown Archetypes. I personally pull from that deck once a moon cycle. Every new moon cycle, I pull from that deck. This is a daily for me. And then a couple other just divination things I brought since we're all settling in. I brought Prism Oracle today. This is fun and it's very simple, kind of like mine. That's why I think they pair well together. I think my deck pairs well with every deck, just saying. But these are both sort of color-based, chakra-based, if you will. Shoot, this person doesn't, Nicole doesn't say that, but in my mind, when I see rainbows, I think chakras. So they go well together, I think, and they're both very simple. So today for personal readings, I'm going to pair them together if y'all like that. I bought this for my birthday, for myself a couple years ago. If you can see, it's just color-based, one word, kind of fun pairings. And little preview. Priscilla, good morning, my friend. Happy belated. Scorpio's in the chat. What was I going to say about this? Oh, my new email series starting on Sunday will be color-based, chakra-based, and more about the symbolism of colors. It's going to be something new and fun. So on that note, if anyone wants to drop, I just saw Laura's text, which says that her first deck was Follow Your Heart Oracle, and that's the deepest, highest honor for me. So I finished the book I was reading last month, which was Descent to the Goddess, and I love it, and I would talk about it with anyone anytime and recommend every woman reads it. And now I'm moving on to When God Was a Woman by Merlin Stone, and that's a lot of fun. I brought my book of symbols because if y'all are feeling bored with Oracle or have any symbols popping into your life, we can look into that a little bit and put these pages to work. And then on a personal level, personal spiritual level, I finished my runes, y'all. This is my personal rune book, my studies of my heritage, my Norse heritage. And sorry, I have the ring light today, so everything's a little washed out over here, but I have my personal rune connections because there are 24 runes, if you didn't know, and there are 24 cards in my deck, which was not conscious at the time, but deep in my lineage. So each of the runes, which I have now carved into stone, painted with moon blood, and then gone on, to paint with magenta paint, are here with us as well. And that's been a personal endeavor that is finally coming to completion. So I'm feeling really excited to be setting off this month with y'all with a lot of magic. So hello and welcome. How's y'all's full moon? I feel like I've been reclaiming confidence where guilt had nested, is how I can say it, with how the full moon has been treating me. So that's beautiful. And yeah, anything anyone wants to share before we drop in and do our collective reading? At any time, you can state if you'd like me to get into the other goodies. But I will give this deck a shuffle. I have my ritual with my deck is to count my cards. I'm a counter. Because I get kind of crazy about if I lose a card or whatever. So Priscilla shares that she's been honoring her own whispers of intention. The word whispers feels comforting and true. Yeah, spirit can speak so quietly. And I actually prefer that because a lot of times in my personal experience, when it's loud, it's like maybe a little urgent. So it's nice to just connect with the softness consistently. Julia, a lot of old trauma with new wisdom for healing them. That's a word. Let's hear it for Julia. Yeah, exactly. For real, for real. Amen. Yeah, it feels really empowering to be able to access quote unquote old problems with new solutions. So I'm feeling that. Okay, babes. I have a little light music today. What do you think about it? Oh, I turned it up. Let me know. I'm going to have a sip. I did pull my own rune today, which, as I just mentioned, since the runes coordinate with my cards, I'm able to connect them. And I got Awaz, which is the rhythm card. So that's my personal card today. What are you drinking? Have a sip. Okay, I've been really excited. I'm going to slow my heart rate, slow my breathing, and I invite you to do the same if that feels good. So we're in a new month. We're in November. We're in Scorpio season. We're right off this full moon. High illumination. Oh, kind of fitting that I'm having this ring light. So yeah, things have been quite raw, perhaps, quite illuminating, quite bright. Hopefully not blinding. Hopefully you can find your footing, find your way, stay oriented. And that today's message is support for that. Today's message is for the mystics, the ones who are holding multiple perspectives and realities and nuance. Thank you. The ones who travel the portals in between veils. Thank you. And the ones who seek bliss. Okay, I'm stuck between two. What should I do? Okay, we're going to have a bonus. Let's have a bonus, babes. I'm seeing some chats here. I'm endeavoring a homemade chia chai latte. Oh, that's going to be delicious. If it's chai, it's going to be delicious. You're going to do great. Here we go. You ready, babes? Full circle. Okay, we're back again in the exact same position. Warrior. We're going to re-up on that. I shuffled the deck. Unity. Okay. And then we have a bonus. Should we wait for the bonus? I'm going to wait to hear from you until I reveal the bonus. Maybe let's dissect this and then we'll do a clarification. Okay. This is same, but different. Sorry to say, or maybe I'm not. So basically, we have the same setup in terms of the energy centers that we're touching. Full circle is a shadow work card. Last month, we had Sit with Shadows, which is a shadow work card. So we're still shadow realm. Warrior literally had this last month of the root chakra. Unity of the heart chakra literally had that last month. So I respect this. And this has happened to me quite a bit lately, where it's kind of like, try it again. Do it again in a little bit different, babe. And so just what Julia was saying earlier, where it's like, same stuff, different day, same stuff, different me. But also reverse order. Okay, so interesting that I said that at the beginning of the call. We're going to run it back in the different order. So I kind of like that. That feels like a clean pathway of like digging in and then coming back out. Okay, I'm loving what I'm seeing. So Mel's like, it be like that sometimes. Exactly. And Priscilla saying, do it again, but with your eyes closed. Yes, like get so good at it. And I even love that specific imagery, Priscilla, of like, of course, like being so good at it, you could do it in your sleep or with your eyes closed. But that in relation of working with the divine and working with spirit and working with our ancestors and all the hallowed ones that we have just connected with or continuing to connect with during this thin veil. It's like, do it in the realms where you don't have your sight, where you have to rely on the other ways of being. I'm feeling psycho about this light, y'all. Do you like the way I look? I'll move on. Thank you. I'm in my luteal phase. Please forgive me. Okay, let's get into it. So the one that we haven't touched on personally is full circle. We haven't done that yet together. So full circle, as you can see, we have the spiral. We're doing the spiral dance, but in the tradition of Sufism, bringing in Rumi here, I think of the whirling dervishes, the dancers who spin into ecstasy. And so although this is a shadow work card, although it's like, oh, I'm doing the spiral of descent, although it's, healing not linear, it can also be blissful because this is about the wholeness. This is about the whole of the experience. So when things are good, they're also, when things are bad, they're also good. And just finding the bliss in whatever the experience is, and kind of in the descent and kind of in the chaos, enjoying the chaos. Chaos can be fun. Chaos can be thrilling. So, so we're walking the spiral, we're dancing the spiral, looking at circular symbolism. In this card, help. Okay, we see the 4 seasons represented. So, hello, nothing is forever. There's a time for everything. Everything changes. This card points to maybe Ecclesiastes Bible verse. There's a time for everything. That was read during my grandpa's funeral, and I hold that true to my heart. There's a time for everything. There's a season for everything. And right now, for most of us, of course, we're between fall and winter, where things are dying away, composting, things are getting quiet, things are becoming barren. And we have to remain with our strength and remain strong in order to make it through, to see spring, to see those buds. So full circle is that reminder to connect with the Earth Mother and to be in tune with her cycles and ways of being, so that we have a role model, an example of how to make it through these changes. Okay, we're returning with Warrior and doubling down on spiritual protection. It's still time to be doing that. It's always time to be doing that, in my personal opinion. But, Halloween, Samhain, this season, Day of the Dead, it's not one day, it's a full season. And in like traditional Celtic lineage, it's actually hasn't even like fully opened yet. The portal's still open. And so this is still a time of energetic protection, of course, conserving energy and learning how to do that better just physiologically for the winter months. It is a time of authenticity, because we don't really have the energy to be anything else other than that. And it's a time of building your blood, making sure you feel strong in your nourishment as well, mind, body, and spirit. Whoop, the mirror. I'm sorry. I know what I'm doing. Okay, unity. I would love to call out connection with crystal here. Is there a crystal that has been calling to you? Are you able to connect with an ally for the month and really infuse it with intention and with focus, at having it as a talisman for what you are moving through right now, what you're holding right now? This is interesting in the motion, the movement. So this I see, shadow realm is underground. Root, of course, is our root chakra closest to the earth, and then we move into heart. So the first time we were descending, and now we're kind of like pulling ourselves back up, or at least meeting ourselves in the middle space. So we're learning to like crawl back out of that. Do you see it? Okay, let's chat. Let's check the chat, and then I'm gonna reveal this card, our punctuation. Proprioception, where you are in space and time. Thank you, somatic practitioner Priscilla. Do you guys like these candles? My husband would have a fit about it, but he's not here. It's for the aesthetic. Luteal in the house, exactly. Okay, are we ready for our punctuation before getting into personal pulls? That's not what I thought it was going to be. Flow, meeting in the middle. So in terms of bodily connection, this is, and chakra categorization, the flow card meets us right between warrior and between unity and the sacral. So who are my full moon bleeders? Anyone else? Right now, that's what I'm doing. So the flow card, of course, is meeting us in our waters, in our womb space, in our memories, in our, oh, that's so sweet. I want to put a pin in memories, in our emotional capacity. This card is about capacity. What can you hold? What's holding you? How much you can hold depends on how much you're being held. So there's a reciprocity within that, of course. Oh, Lauren's here. Hey, goddess. Yeah, and then just to tie this in, because of course this is such a conversation right now in time and space that's rooted in ancestry and in death and in portal conversation. And so this is bringing back that softness of memory. And memory, of course, it can be like sweet around the edges. It can be sort of glazed over of the reality of how things were, which can be helpful or hurtful. But I just think, yeah, it's a time to like look in the mirror, look in the waters of that reflection, and pull out maybe some memories of ancestry, memories of your lineage's strength, memories which could maybe even translate to like future predictions, or like what's the word when it's like a premonitions of what's to come, and almost embedding something that you're hoping for, dreaming for, wishing for in these depths, in the realms of depths, to bring forward into the future. Okay, our bonus is the flow card. Is to be like water and is to remind you to stay hydrated. Okay. Rhyming with history. Am I understanding? Babes, it's time. If you would like a personal message, we can do that. Just put it in the chat. Say, I'd like a reading, or something like that. I have a new freebie email sign up. It's actually a 1-card pull direct to inbox. So if you are not on my email list and you'd like to be, sign up and I'll send you your own pull again. Or tell a friend if you think there's someone in your life who's like, oh, I would like some divination. I would like some symbolism to anchor me, to kind of like help me walk the path. Then let them know to sign up for my email list, and I'll send that to them. And then I just want to mention that I actually just opened a new offering, or reinstated an offering, which is virtual appointments. So we can do video chat and have a full spread together. That's dropped in. So just that's on my site, just to let you know. Lauren would like a reading. Okay, let's do it. Okay. Yeah, so this is just first come, first serve. And whatever's on your heart, you can just hold that in your heart. And these are free for the one-offs. And yeah, hold that in your heart so that we can be specific on the messaging that's coming through. And I did put those other cards back in, so we'll see if anyone gets like a double dose of something. So for Lauren, what is the message for today, Friday? Oh, baby, we're back with it. And I know you felt flow. I know you felt that. And I know that we connect on the sacral space often. So some new reminders here: adaptability, that flexibility. And that's just survival, right? It can be challenging. Change can be challenging. But if you can navigate that, the better you get at navigating it, the more adaptable you are, the more likely you are to survive. And not only survive, but thrive. Like, I'm really putting that together, that flexibility leads to thriving. And that's how, like, that's like the next step beyond just surviving, is to be good with change and to get good at change. Stay hydrated, drink your water. This connects to the rune of Laguz. And I'm not remembering much about that in this moment, but you can look into that if you'd like. And then of course this points to the sacral course, which I think you might have purchased that before, Lauren, if my memory serves. So perhaps you want to check into some of those videos and audio again. I know there's conversation about surrender in there, syncing with your cycle, sort of the full circle card in the 4 phases of our cycle, and just connecting with each one in its own trueness. So maybe there's like some cyclical womanhood connections to be making. Yes. Oh, one more thing. So sorry. I wanted to punctuate with a Prism Oracle card as well. And then I will do Laura, and then I will do Julia, and then I will do Priscilla, and then we will say goodbye. So this is, and we'll probably do Tanisha. I did build a little buffer in, babes. So if you can stay, let's stay. Okay, punctuating Lauren's read. I'm going to go with this. Confidence. Confidence in your cycle. Confidence in change. It is more of the color black, which I mentioned. We're going to talk about color symbolism in the email series coming up. So pair this with black, and you're cool. Okay, that's for Lauren. Okay, so now we're going to do Laura, our moody chick. Oh, you've been with me. Your frankincense and myrrh offerings have been with me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So this is for Laura, month ahead. I saw it. Sorry. It's getting crazy. Okay, we'll do it. Fine, babes. Okay, I'm going to do my best. I'll do my best. But y'all know that, let me put it in the chat really fast, that I have the digital guidebook. So if, this is very brief. These are kind of like speed readings. But there, toriarrick.com/FYH guide. There's the guidebook, and then that connects you with additional messaging, symbolism, and of course the courses, the coordinating courses. So I've always got you on resources. So for Laura, you guys, I'm sick. I'm so sorry, because what is going on? Okay, I don't like this. Sorry. Okay, Laura, double down on this energy. Hello, ethereal moonlight. Full circle. But these pair in a way that makes sense to my brain as far as shadow depths, like really go into the shadow depths, but your back is held. This can also be a quite receptive realm. Like, I think shadow work is passive. I've said that before. So I think you can go into it with some confidence that like what will be shown to you is what you need to be shown. This is so interesting, especially with what Priscilla said, do it with your eyes closed. Like maybe even have your sunnies on, like not to dim yourself and dim your senses do it however you need to. Sometimes I need to be sedated in my luteal phase, but that's not really what I'm meaning. I'm not meaning to go in with like a hindrance, but to just actually go in so held and like softly, if that connects. I'm going to do my best, ethereal moonlight. I'm going to do my best. These are speed rounds. Thank you for being here. This is my deck, the Follow Your Heart Oracle deck. And I just put in the chat the guidebook, which is digital, so that you can connect beyond these really brief readings. But we'll be back December 5th for a monthly message. Thank you. Okay, Laura, is that okay? Message me if that wasn't okay later. Let's do Julia. Okay, I'm taking a breath. I'm being calm. Julia's message for the month ahead. Okay, in a curious way, it's the same that I got this morning, rhythm. And that is a root chakra card about your timing, your pace. Are you moving at a pace that feels safe to you? Possibly work on some EFT tapping. The second card you got with Prism is surrender. It's very light. It's gray, white. So you can look into that kind of like purification. And this also can connect with sacred rage. So maybe there's some rage to clear out. But this card is surrender with 5 circles overlapping. So that's for you, Julia. This is also an invitation to move energy out, movement, stomping, dancing, music, rhythm, beats. Play your drum. Got it. Priscilla, let's do it. Yay. Okay. Oh, no. Wrong. My Scorpio sissy. My birthday girl. Keep going. I want to point out with this card, the 4 dots in the center. That's worth mentioning. So that's about keeping your center, keeping your center of gravity. Even when things are swirling around you, things are changing quickly, things are changing abruptly, things are changing at all. Keep your center, hold your center. Let's get you a prism to match. Energy. So let's look into the circles for you, because we can see that here. We can see the circle is cast, the circle is round, round and round we go. There is something about the movement, although it might be a slow, I said things changing quickly, but I wonder about it being such a slow crawl with the winter of it all. And I wonder about just encouraging you to keep moving at all, when things become sort of like stagnant and slow due to the cold. But this color is, I would call this orange. I think it is in the orange aspect. So that is about keeping your vitality, keeping sort of the momentum. Okay. My goddesses, we are doing this. I love y'all. Tanisha, thanks for being here. It's your turn. Okay, sweeties. So this is for Tanisha. On the head. I swear there's more than 4 cards in my deck. I'm telling you. Tanisha, you're back with the flow. We're punctuating with the flow card. I do want to point out that like orange kind of like lick around the droplet. I wonder about kind of excretions, paying attention to excretions, whether that's your crying, your sweat. I know you be working out. I know you be running. So maybe there's something within that, and just embedding ritual into that process. I'm sure you do already, but almost as offering, like your secretions and your waters as offering to the divine, because that's such a part of what you do. I wonder about that. And then let's get a prism card to add. Oh, but rest. Okay, maybe sauna. Maybe like more passive ways of release. Maybe it's your moon blood, your flow. But rest, and that's green. So in a couple of weeks, we'll be getting to the green symbolism. And then, of course, this goes with the sacral. And I don't know if you have the sacral course or not, but you could just as well look into the throat, because there's always a throat tie with the sacral. Okay, beautiful. I think we are with our new friends now, Ethereal Moonlight. If you're still in the hizzy, I will do your reading, and then I think we got to call it. I got to get Daphne from school, y'all. So first time, what did they say? First time caller. Doesn't matter. I love this song. Ethereal Moonlight. We got something new. Patience. Because we had patience. And thank you for being patient. So each of my cards are associated with one of the 7 major chakras or shadow work. And this patience card, as you might guess from the color, which is orange, connects with the sacral space and the concept of surrendering. And the patience, as you can see, is 5 orbs that are sort of pulsing inward. So this is an invitation to make space for your own prayer, for your own connection, because it's a sacral card, and I connect that with the womb, to tune into your womb and just be able to go there so that you can properly hear the whispers that we were talking about earlier, whispers of the womb, whispers of wisdom. And it's also an optimistic color, so there's optimism within that as well. You know, it's not like that forever. We don't have to wait forever. That will pass. But while you're in that space, find pause, find pleasure, and then persevere. Sorry to say, the secondary card that I'm pulling from with Prism Oracle, I'm just adding on, is pain. So there's question, has there been pain in your womb, pain in your womb lineage? We are all connected by the womb web. This could be beyond just something personal. Of course, there are mothers hurting all over the world, women hurting all over the world. So there's an opportunity to tune into that and possibly infuse that with peace and with pleasure. Pain and pleasure are, of course, so closely related. Okay, did I miss anyone? Laura said, hits every time, been dealing with loss of 2 matriarchs. My heart goes out to you within 3 months. This feels like a hug. Gratitude. I'm so grateful. Resonance. People feeling hugs. Okay. Oh, wait. I just put that together that Julia, you are Julia. My new friend, Julia. That's really sweet. Okay, I love that. Thank you, Priscilla. Damn, I love this. I feel so loved. Okay, Healing Collective. No. Healing Collective, if you're still here, I was just making my way through the chat. Let's finish it up with you. You will be our final. And wait, is it Sierra? Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Kiara. Is it you? Gosh, I'm sorry, everyone. Some of us have a lot of studying to do in the shadow realm. Full circle. What season are you in? What season of life? How do you go deeper into that? How do you really become that? Can you give anger to the earth? She'll take it. That's what's really beautiful about the Earth Mother. She's really resilient and her capacity is huge. So this card, the secondary card of anger, is like, is there something productive to do with the anger? Is there somewhere productive to send it? And maybe that's to churn the great wheel, to keep the seasons moving. There's invitation there for you as well. Okay, so there's additional symbolism in the guidebook, toriwarick.com/FYH guide. We could even maybe check this book. Should we check on spiral symbolism while we're here? Since that was so big for most of us in the first card of the reading that came through, so it's our starting point. SPI. 718, that's an abundance number. Say that. Okay, beauties. Spiral. Let's take a look. Spiral motifs appear worldwide. Mathematically, a spiral is simply a line that grows continuously toward away from its own center. It's an evocation of an archetypical path of growth, transformation, and psychological or spiritual journey. It holds several dualities like growth or decay, ascent or descent, evolution, involution. That is a word that I've heard multiple times this week. Let's consider that, the involution. Expanding or contracting. There are 3 main types of spirals. Coiled snakes, ropes, labyrinths, and paths are Archimedean spirals, and that means the distance between the coils remains constant. Okay, logarithmic spirals. That means that the distance is between the coils continuously increases or decreases. And I can't really see like the third type in a quick way. But these spiral processes in nature form a language invoking the mythic journey, regeneration, and awakening. Hmm. Oh, there's the third type. Deities and humans communicate with each other along spirals. Okay, so we can utilize this as the path to continue that conversation. And yeah, I really feel that. And whoever got rhythm, was it Julia that got rhythm? That is the rune connection of Iwaz, of just working in tandem with an entity, with your spirits. Okay, y'all, that is everything. Please tell your friends about my email list and their free reading. Anyone can book a virtual reading now. And starting Sunday, we will do our color series of symbolism in the email inbox. And we're starting with black. So you can always check out my site for other courses. My shrines on my wall are available for purchase. I'm actually going to go work on some new ones today. And thank you for being here. Mel, yes, was I supposed to read for you? Rats, I feel like I didn't do my best. But no, you were patient and you do your own divination. Okay, good. Thank you for spending time. Thank you. I love you so much. This is so much fun. I will see you next month. Thank you for being here. Pass this along or don't. I don't know. Okay, bye. Bye-bye. I'm hitting end. Mwah.